Alrighty, let's get part 2 of this thing here started.
This will always be the case. They will always be afraid, no matter what. I mean, there's no way to convince me that you're not afraid, unless your God suddenly changes his plan, and no matter what you do, go to church every Sunday, pay your tithing, help old ladies across the street, whatever it is you choose to do, you're going to hell. If that were the dogma, and you still believed in your God,
you'd be fucked.
I might think for a moment that there is some type of integrity behind your belief. But
I wouldn't think there's integrity. I just think they're fucked in the head.
basically, I believe these people believe what they do only because they're frightened, afraid. I've often said in some of my really old videos that...
Back to the frightened and afraid thing. Just play it again.
Whatever it is you choose to do, you're going to hell. If that were the dogma, and you still believed in your God, I might think for a moment that there is some type of integrity behind your belief. But basically, I believe these people believe what they do only because they're frightened, afraid. I've often said in some of my really old videos that if someone is a police officer, I will call into question their character immediately, because they're taking a job that they don't have to take. No, they're not afraid that if they don't do it, something bad's going to happen to them. They made a choice to do it. But these people are actually terrified that if they don't behave a certain way, this God is as real to them as you can imagine. This God will punish them with hell. They believe it. See, we don't. So it's a little bit different for us. So I guess it's hard for me to totally reject the friendship of someone that has that belief. Of course, I would ridicule that belief. I wouldn't hold back. And I would expect that that particular fundamentalist friend of mine, quote unquote, would be there for me, like in the same way that I'd require any other person that I would bestow the label of friend upon. They would have to be there for me in the same way as any...
Yeah, but at the first, if they were a fundamentalist, would you openly ridicule their God, even if they didn't bring it up, or would you just ridicule when they brought it up, or would you ridicule it at all? It's just a quick question.
The other friend. But I don't think that I would entirely reject their friendship simply because they were acting on fear, which is all I believe religion is. If you want to look back, look at one of my older videos. It's called, I think it's called Theism, a Constant State of Panic. And that pretty much sums up how I feel about religion. Religion only operates through fear. If you remove that fear, it all goes away. Belief in God and religion does not work without intimidation, without fear. And I kind of feel like just because someone's a...
Without the intimidation or fear, what about agnostics? They don't have any intimidation or fear at all, but they do... They question the belief in most gods, but it's reasonable to conclude that they do believe in a God.
The victim of that fear, I should ignore their friendship, or I should automatically say, I can't be your friend. Because taking a job as like a police officer is a little bit different than being without fear.
Rewind a little bit.
And I kind of feel like just because someone's a victim of that fear, I should ignore their friendship, or I should automatically say, I can't be your friend.
There should be more to a friend than what they believe, though, because there's more human qualities than just how they act under fear.
Because taking a job as like a police officer is a little bit different than being scared to death that you're going to burn in hell forever. That's just me, though, but whatever. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments section. Do you think that you could have a meaningful friendship with someone who is a fundamentalist? Give me your opinion on this. That's just mine, though. But I'm going to shut up now and go. Peace.
Oh, fuck. What exactly is the biggest problem you have with someone being a religious friend? Aside from the fear that is instilled in them from their religion. I've got a few religious friends, as I said in the part one of the response, because this camera's a fucking piece of shit. But, aside from the fear, what's the biggest problem? For me, having a religious friend isn't a problem unless they're a fucking nut and try to push their religion down my throat, which is kind of hard to do because I got the fucking bandana here, but you know what I mean. They, there's one girl at my school, she made a Christian community club, C-Cubed as they call it. I called them a bunch of fucking retards, and when they had their talent show, I put my band in it, and we played a bunch of fucking songs from Venom, like, Satanica, and, what was the fucking Bloodlust, and they fucking put us right off the fucking stage, because we were playing any Christian music. So, in response to that, we went and made a fucking Atheist Alliance club, called it fucking A Squared, and, we got shut down, so then we had them shut down, because there's no religion in school. I'm Canadian, by the way. But I'm friends with her, kind of. I'm not, like, fucking close friends with her where I trust her, but I mean, I'll talk to her. But, anyway, that's my response for now.